Hey everyone, today I want to talk about what it takes to leave your W-2. So there's a few key components that I had to go through when I left my first W-2 job. Someday that will be another thing that I have to address and really work out, but I'm kind of preparing for it now. So I did prepare pretty good for it last time, the first time, which was 2 years ago, but there's definitely some things I missed. Mentally, I was prepared. I had prepped my mind for like 3-4 years on this is the plan. I'm going to be leaving. I have to make money in another way. I did a lot of like soul searching and personal development and professional development. And I started a new career while I was still at my W-2, which was being a real estate agent. And I think I did a great job for the first time. I did go back to my W-2 this year, like I said in a previous video, but someday, I will probably leave again like everyone does and kind of start up something else. Well, the key is to, I think, start something else before you leave. So I do have several streams of income, as I stated on my last video, and I definitely need a decent sized chunk of money to come in every month besides what I have going kind of passive-ish. So I guess the goal for me, what I'm looking to do beyond the mental and professional and whatever development and starting a side gig, real estate agent job, I think I need to either start a company and build it, or I need to buy a company, which is kind of what I'm researching right now, how to go about that and how to find them, how to network with people, all that good stuff. So I think that's probably my next goal, is to have a consistent cash flow from another business that I can grow when I leave, and that already is going before I actually leave my W-2. So I think that's one of the big things I have to do, and I have to make sure that whatever I choose to do, this next job that I start before I leave, that I can build it and grow it enough where it will sustain me and I don't have to start a third side gig and, find something to sustain, all of my bills and all that. So one other key that I was going to add here is to cut my living expenses. So someday I plan to not have a rent payment or a house payment. And how I'm going to do that, I learned this from the book Life and Air. How I'm going to do that is either live in my triplex and the other two units pay for the bills, or I'm going to live in this house and the loan's almost paid off, so I'll just have no loan. So one of those two ways is how I plan to have free living, technically. Yes, it'll be a little bit for taxes and a little bit for, utilities, but for the most part, the payment will be gone. So that's a third recommendation I can give. So really try, when you're planning to get out of the W-2, really try to look at it realistically. I thought I was, but I really didn't look at my expenses versus my income realistically. And I thought I could make up the income somehow, and that's not really what happened. So last year and this year has been like the hardest in the real estate agent market, for buying and selling. People are just waiting. They're just kind of making do with what they have. And so we've had, it's the lowest buying, selling period of time since like 1995 or something, I heard. So it's been 30 years since it's been this low in transactions. So that probably had something to do with it, but I kind of should have known that or seen that coming. So I didn't consider that part of it. So I got to begin a business or buy a business that has more, recurring revenue, but also is consistent. Even when you have an up economy or down economy, it's always kind of in demand. That's why Cody Sanchez says, buy a boring business, because those are always going to be needed in this country, in the state, in the city. So people always need the certain basic things taken care of. So yeah, that's my plan, is to start something a little bit sooner and know that I can grow it after. I could have grown my agent business too, and I probably will a little bit, but it's not something I want to do 12 hours a day. It's just not. I don't want that crazy life. So I'd love to have maybe 3 or 4 smaller businesses going, which I have like 2-ish right now. So if I can make a little bit more money in this third one, that would be ideal. So really look at things objectively and say, this is what my expenses are. This is what I can make outside. Like, not what I think I can make, not my pretend number, not my hope number, my hopium number, but this is what is realistic based on what I've done in the past. So if you have any questions or have any better ideas on what you do or how you're preparing to leave your W-2 in the relative near future, let me know. I'm curious just how else you're looking at this. The book that I just mentioned a few minutes ago, Life in Air, I highly recommend it. It's corny, sorry author, but it still really gives you a good lesson. Like, it's a good overview. It's corny enough where it teaches you, like basic facts. So I really do recommend it because I really started looking at finances differently. Like, that's where I got the idea. I'll go live in my triplex. I'll live in one unit. So, someone else will rent out the other two. Or I'll just leave my house paid off, not refinance, not take a HELOC out, and just kind of live, debt free in that capacity. So, Life in Air, I do recommend it. I know most of America does not think of living and spending and living within your means like that, but that's what this book is about. So let me know if you have any ideas. I would love to hear them. And those are kind of my goals. And I'm hoping in the next, few years or something that I'm going to take round 2 and leave the W-2 again and try it. But I have to start something a little more sustainable first. All right. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.